So the big question is this: how do you lose all the weight that you want and actually keep it off for the rest of your life, while trying to make sense of all the noise that comes from the weight loss industry? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
G'day guys, and welcome to the next episode of the Weight Loss Secrets podcast. I'm really happy to be with you today to be able to share another story actually of somebody who has lost a heap of weight and knows how to keep it off now for the rest of her life. But that's what this podcast is all about, showing some tips and tricks and ideas to help you be able to make changes in your life to lose all the weight you want and keep it off for the rest of your life. And I really have enjoyed the time that I've been able to bring people on and help them share their story on how they've been able to make real positive changes without any gimmicks, without any silly weight loss shakes or pills or potions or drugs or any of that stuff, or counting calories even. It's really about eating good food from Coles and Woolies and eating stuff that's really healthy for our bodies. So that's what it's all about. And today I've got a really special guest, Kaz, who's with me, and she's going to share her story about how she was able to lose a bucket load of weight and make really healthy, positive changes in her life. So I'm really grateful to have you on with me today, Kaz. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks, Baron. It's a pleasure.
Love it. Well, so to get started, I think, and I know that when we bring people on, they're always a little bit nervous to be jumping on a video, and it's a bit fun. So I'm really grateful for Kaz taking the time to do this. But I think a good place to start, Kaz, if you can tell us a little bit about who you are, a bit about your life, so we can get a bit of an idea of where your starting point was.
Okay, so my name is Kaz. I live in Perth. I've got actually quite a busy life. I work full-time from home as an office manager and business manager. I've been struggling for to lose weight for God knows, I remember since I think I've had my kids, and my kids are now 12 and 8. So you can imagine how long roughly it's going.
Yeah.
What it has been already. But and I think that's it's been a long journey. The first, I really was so naive that I did believe that there is some kind of magic pill that jazz up your metabolic system, and that you actually don't need to do much. But boy, how I was wrong. My first attempt was, obviously, all the ladies probably know, it was Jenny Craig. It was a bit of expensive because that time it was, I think, about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, cost about, I don't know, $300 a week, which just was ruining the budget. And we were just moving the towns because of my husband's work. So definitely it's something short term, but when you're in that kind of program, you fear that when you put this aside, it's all going to disappear, like you're going to be trapped again. So that's why you stuck with it. You're paying that ridiculous money, but later on it's just hurt you so much, and you've got that mental blackmail that if you're going to do it, then it's just going to go back all again. Obviously it went I gained all that weight. That was that time about, I don't know, maybe 80 odd something kilos, 82, 83. That was my top.
Yeah.
And I'm actually average height person, 165 centimeters. So I felt a little bit, slow.
And tell me about that. When you're at that weight, tell me how you felt.
You don't think about it because too much. You just roll with it till everybody's trying to. You create excuses for yourselves because everybody says, "Oh, you just had a baby and it's okay." You go back to your old weight. And I say, "Oh, my old weight wasn't that far away from now." So definitely something wrong when you start napping throughout the days and you feel like you've eaten too much, you're bloated and you can't move, you don't feel energetic at all. I think that's the biggest point, that putting your yourself on the couch and just choosing easy life because it's, oh, I can't find time to do this, and it's too hard, or I've tried that, I've tried this, and it's if you're stuck with it, it's really hard to get you out of that mood, I think, personally.
Yeah.
Because I was there, and I felt I felt bad with my body, but comfortable with my lifestyle. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
oh,
a
it's
good
okay,
description. Yeah.
But then, you just, yeah, there's something for something. But anyway, we'll get to that.
And so obviously you weren't feeling great when you reached out and we had a call together. What prompted you to actually go, I'm actually going to talk to somebody about it?
That was, you were not the first person that I talked before.
Yeah, right.
But I talked to various people, like, and they, I don't know if they really listened, because it all ended up on going like hardly to the gym, like hard, sorry, hardly
Yeah.
hard to the gym, and basically analyze what you eat and count the calories.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing for the last few years, and I felt overworked and disappointed, because it all go back to our story with Jenny Craig. Then I followed Light and Easy. Then I hit the gym really hard. I trained more than 2 hours a day. And it's just, I bulked up. I had lots of muscles, but I also had still lots of fat. So I swap a little bit fat for muscles at some stage, but for some reasons it all come back to me. It comes back to me because I think that everybody's missing the nutrition point of the whole thing, of a whole idea of weight loss. And there is no good guidance on it. People say, oh yeah, eat healthy and hit the gym.
Yeah.
That is so broad, like,
So vague, isn't it?
subject, and I think that, of course, I'm eating healthy, I'm not binging, I stay away from takeaways, or junk food or everything, and I still had a problem. So it means that my knowledge was not good enough, and to be honest, nobody wanted to help me. So I was really desperate, and when I found you on Facebook, I thought that, I don't have anything to lose, because I've tried pretty much loads of stuff. I'm going to the gym every day. I'm working myself off, I'm still napping throughout the day because I'm so tired. But I said, maybe there's someone who will actually, I don't know, listen this time. It's different. You're getting a baggage and you're getting disappointed that you're hearing all the same, and at some point I was told that if I eat I don't know, that was a salad today, and I don't know, some kind of a protein bar, and that's it for the day, and I still need to work out really hard. So there was no balance, and I was really disappointed. So it didn't cost me much to ask for help, but I wasn't very hopeful at that time.
Yeah. I love that. So you got onto the program with me and you're like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go really, but we'll give it a go. That was it?
Yes, that was exactly like this. I said, oh, there's another person who's going to tell me that I have to, like, don't eat much and work myself off, and it's all gonna, and that's the only one way. I was told that's the only one way how you can actually lose weight. But and obviously when you read all about the calorie deficit, you think exactly the same. Like, I have to eat, like, I can't eat much throughout the day if I want to lose weight. And that's sort of trap that I was into. But you have to eat. you can't starve yourself because it's just stupid, it's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
so anyway, so you get on my program. Tell me how much weight you lost. Where did you actually start at? How much did you lose and how long?
Okay, so I started, I think it was just before, a week before my birthday, sometime mid-April, I think, this year, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I was very active in the gym, and I weighed 75 kilos.
Yeah. And
75 kilos with quite a lot of muscle, my healthy diet, you know. Um,
and how much do you weigh now?
Now I actually Monday, um, I was like 55.6 and usually be between 56 and 57 at the moment.
And
So,
how long? How many weeks has it taken you to lose that weight?
well, that would be, I don't know. Well, after the program, I finished with 62 kilos, my target weight that I mentioned at the start. And that's how I wanted to weigh.
Yeah.
And I kept doing what I'm doing, without even looking behind me, to be honest. And yeah, I'm at that point that I'm super, super comfortable with myself, which is amazing. I feel a lot more energy. That's just insane how much energetic I feel.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't nap throughout the day. I don't sit for too long because I just, I have lots of energy.
I love that. And you know why that is? It's when we start putting proper nutrition in our bodies feed off it and they use it properly. When we eat loads of carbs and sugar, even though it might feel comfortable and we like to have that stuff because it makes our brain feel happy for 10 seconds, that stuff
Absolutely.
makes us makes us lack energy because it gives us these short-term energy hits, and that's it. Where the food you're eating now is giving you the nutrition your body needs, and so you're not as hungry all the time either.
Absolutely. That's the biggest point, that I think for me the journey with my nutrition was the breaking point for me, because I did not understand, like, even when you hit the gyms and local clubs and someone is managing your nutrition, they pushing a lot of carbs on you because the carbs give you energy. So it's fine. But for me, I ended up still sleeping throughout the day because I was so tired, it was all about the balance in what you do. But for me, it was mainly the knowledge about what I need to eat,
Yeah.
and I think that was, you guys changed a lot in that matter. And now my family is following that. So I'm
That's
putting it
good.
on my as well, my husband, because all that can be like, it's applicable to anybody, to be honest, because it's fabulous. It is, actually.
And how many calories did you count during the journey?
0.
0. That's right. That's good.
That
So-
is 0. And you know what? It's a lot of stress off your shoulder, that if you have to really analyze what you eat, and like, obviously, yeah, you eat what you're asked to eat, but yeah, you don't have to count the calories. I think that was the biggest stress for me too, because if you want to lose weight and burn that fat, you have to go to the gym and count your calories. That's what my program at the gym was.
and that's what everybody thinks. Yeah. But you don't need to. And I think what's great about your story is that you're not starting at 120 kilos, right? You're starting much lighter than that. So I think you said 75 kilos and down to 58 kilos now in a matter of weeks, not months and months, right?
Exactly. And that's
Right.
only
Without counting calories and without busting your chops in the gym all the time. Like that's that shows that it's attainable for anybody at any size and any age and all that sort of stuff, which is great.
Absolutely. And I think that even if you're 120 kilos, and you're following the guidance, and you've got your guardian angel angel to check upon you every single day, I think even if you ended up on, I don't know, 95, it's hard, if you feel it, you will slim down, you will slim really fast, and you'll feel amazing, And even my doctor started checking, oh, so what happened that you lost so much weight? And I said, I just stopped eating crap all the time.
We think it's good sometimes, but a lot of it's still crap. Now, you mentioned your guardian angel or your coach. Tell me about your coach and how did that help?
At the start of the program, I was assigned my personal coach. This time, I had Katie, and she was checking upon me every single day, how I was going. It was all the time. All the time I had a contact with her. So even if I had a problem or a question, or what I stuck, or I felt unsure, or whatever else, then she actually helped me with it. So I was always there for me, and she answered all the questions that I had.
Yeah. And how is that support compared to other programs that you've done? Have you ever had a program that has that much support before?
No, actually, I haven't been in a program that you've got one-on-one support each single day.
Yeah.
Apart from weekends, though, you guys have
Yeah,
to have
that's right. We have weekends.
But yes, it's been great. Like I would not expect that someone will care for my journey every single day, which was amazing.
Love it. I love it. So tell me then, so you've gone through that process, you've changed the way you eat, you feel, if you could sum up how you feel in your body and energy levels, how would you sum it up, how you feel now after being on that journey?
Okay, so I had to pretty much change all my wardrobe, which was a bit of expensive thing, but I'm super energetic. I'm very positive. I feel like it's been the best thing I could do for myself in life.
Yeah.
After so much search, I came on the program with pretty much this belief, but I jumped in because I had nothing to lose. I love my body. I love the feeling that it is at the moment. And I don't know, it's just overwhelming positivity. I think when you have that, you can just move the mountains and do a lot more stuff that you haven't been doing before. And you've got I think, in my opinion, the self-confidence is kicking a lot,
I love that. I love that.
Everything was positive. There's no, this is the thing. There's no negative things about it.
And this is what I love. I wish sometimes like that, all that stuff that you just said then, that's not just watching the numbers on the scales, right? It's the impact of the losing of the weight that
Absolutely.
you feel so good. And I wish I could bottle that and actually show that to people, because I was talking to a lady just the other day who's heavily overweight on the phone, and she's just not convinced that even losing weight right now is the right thing for her to do. But I was like, you've got it, whether it's with me or with someone else, you've got to understand how good you're going to feel at the end of this journey. If you're 50 kilos lighter, how amazing you'll feel. And I think sometimes people can get stuck and in a bit of a rut and feel like the whole effort of it is not worth the outcome, but the outcome, it's so worth the effort. And that's why I love hearing those bits.
Absolutely. I think I would say I was exactly the same as that lady at the start. I really did. And I remember when Katie asked me, oh, when do you want to start? When you want to jump in? And I thought, oh, just a weekend more and just a day more and this. No, and then I said, no, let's start from tomorrow.
Perfect.
And I think, yeah, it's just, you don't think, you just have to try it.
Yeah.
Just have to give it a go. And I know that there's a lot of people like myself that they were really negative. They had bad experiences because all that weight that they lost before came back. And to be honest, on the different programs with different people, I lost maximum of 5 kilos and I gained it back with a little bit more after 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And whoever offers the programs of 4 weeks, we're going to transform your body, or that's not how it goes. Definitely not. So,
But I think you lost about, if I work it out right, you lost about 13 kilos in the 9 weeks of the coaching and all that sort of stuff. That sounds about right. And then you've
yeah.
gone on and lost another, you've gone down again to another 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Another 5 or 6,
Yeah.
maybe what?
Yeah.
And that shows that you get it now. You get the right food. You know what to be eating. That's what we're trying to get people
And
to.
I'm not spending a fortune on it.
No.
That's the thing.
No superfoods, no fancy foods, no, just
No.
regular stuff, yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest advantage of the program too, that you actually go to your everyday grocery store and pick up the stuff from there. You don't have to, sign up for some dietary requirements for $200 or $300 a week, which is ridiculous,
Yeah. There's no I always say there's no superfoods, there's no fancy stuff. You don't have to go to a health food store. You just got to buy the basics of life and cut out the crap. And you've got to be
Absolutely.
consistent. And that's the magic pill, right? I always say to people there's a magic pill and it's called consistency, but most people don't want to take it. You got to take it. You got to be consistent every day. So what would you say, last question, what would you say to people who feel like you? Because I've got the most people I talk to feel just like you did at the start, where they're like, nothing works. I've tried so many different things, nothing works. What do you say to those people who think that maybe their body doesn't work right or anything like that? But
I thought that too, actually. I thought that I've got something wrong with my metabolism. Maybe it's with my age or something.
yeah,
But no. What I would say to them is, it's your last resort. Jump in and start now. Start tomorrow in the early morning. Follow all the guidelines and you will see how you feel in just, even when it starts shedding off, give it a few weeks, and you will see. And the moment that you see that the weight is coming off, you jump onto it twice much. You will enjoy it twice much. And for me, there's no way back. You see yourself and you say, there's no way that I'm going to be 80 kilos again.
yeah.
No, that's just not going to happen. So
Because you feel too good right now.
exactly, you don't want to go to that time when you were napping throughout the day, when you were lack of energy, when
Lack of
you were
confidence.
not motivated so much.
Yeah.
You haven't tried so many things in your life, that's maybe that weight stopped you from it.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop you now, and you
Alright.
feel more positive and more self-confident. Whoever's got self-confidence problems should jump in definitely too.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if
well,
you have only to shed 5 kilos or maybe 30 kilos, it will come
Yeah.
off.
And I always say it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how old you are, male or female. It really doesn't matter. When you eat the right foods are the right foods for everybody. And so that's why, I love it when I work with people, and especially people like you who at the start go, I didn't have much hope still. I was like, here you go. And that's my favorite, because then you make the change. You're like, hey, hang on, it actually worked.
Absolutely, absolutely. I did not believe that it is achievable actually. But it is achievable, and that way that now I'm like 57 kilos, 58, yeah, between 56, 57, right?
Yeah.
So I was like that when actually I was 59, when I was 18.
How's
So
that?
that's a lot journey, and I would never ever thought that I would go back to that way. But like I said, it's anything is possible.
And how
Yeah.
old did you say you were before? How old are you now?
I'm now 46.
Good. That's all right. I'm 43. Don't worry about it. But you're now the same way at 46
When I
what you
was
were when you
18.
were 18, right? How
Yeah.
good is that? So what a great story. I'm so happy that you've been able to share your story with me, Kaz, because there's so many people, particularly women, and honestly, I work particularly with women all day, every day. And I hear your story a lot, and you've done so good, and I'm so excited for you. And I just hope other people can have the same experience that you have. So thanks so much for coming on and telling your story.
Thank you so much, guys. You've been absolutely marvelous. Thank you so much.
Legend. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you later.
See you.